We now come on to the 10-minute rule motion on police declaration, and I call Tonia and Antoniazzi.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I beg that leave be given to bring in a bill to require police officers and certain employees of police forces to declare a membership or affiliation to certain types of society and organisation, to require such declarations to be accompanied by a statement relating to that membership and for connected purposes. Now, Madam Deputy Speaker, these secret or closed or private societies have often been the subject of ridicule from Monty Python to The Simpsons. These organisations have been seen as silly, strange, perhaps old-fashioned. Even today we hear reference to the funny handshake club. But look beyond these parodies and you'll find networks of people with power and authority, clubs of like-minded individuals that look out for their own. Now, Madam Deputy Speaker, many often do excellent work, raising funds for charitable causes and supporting communities. The most well-known of these groups is the Freemasons. It's one of the world's oldest social and charitable organisations, with around 170,000 members. It offers people, community support, and it sets out its 4 core values as integrity, friendship, respect and service. And I've met several members who are loud and proud to belong. They are happy to declare their association because it means they can tell people about the good work they do and counter any allegations of secrecy and nepotism. I first raised the issue of police declaring membership to the Freemasons in 2024 with another 10-minute rule bill. This is a matter I have long believed needs to be put right. So, in December last year, I really welcomed the Metropolitan Police's decision to revise its policy to require all officers and staff to declare whether they are members of the Freemasons or any other hierarchical association. The mandate has been largely supported by Met Police officers. A survey of staff showed 2/3 of respondents felt membership to secret organisations affected the perception of police impartiality and public trust. Now, around 400 Met staff have declared their involvement, most of them belonging to the Freemasons. But the move has not been without opposition. Earlier this year, legal action was brought by the home of Freemasonry, the United Grand Lodge of England, along with 2 serving officers. They argued that the Met's disclosure policy breached members' rights to privacy and free expression. However, last month the High Court dismissed the challenge, ruling the Met's policy was both lawful and proportionate. For years, the Met have been under growing pressure to get to grips with concerns about Freemasonry influence in policing. Pressure that intensified after the Daniel Morgan Independent Panel highlighted the issue. The panel, set up to examine corruption around Daniel Morgan's murder in 1987, found serious transparency failings and recommended that officers should be required to declare memberships like Freemasonry to help rebuild public trust. And the pressure increased in March 23 after the Casey Review delivered a stark assessment of the Met Police culture and standards, finding them institutionally racist, misogynistic and homophobic. The Casey Review was commissioned in direct response to the kidnap, rape and murder of Sarah Everard by a serving Metropolitan Police officer. And Sarah has been remembered today in this chamber as yesterday marked 5 years since she was killed. After her death, rebuilding public trust became something the Met Police could no longer ignore. There is still a long way to go, but they hope their new declarable association policy will be an important step towards greater transparency. Across the UK, our policing model relies on public trust and consent, and at the heart of the Pelian principles of policing is the idea that public consent is maintained by applying the law fairly and impartially. The College of Policing's Code of Ethics states that to demonstrate they are applying the law fairly, police forces should operate with transparency. The Independent Office for Police Conduct's 2023 report into public perceptions of the police identified increased transparency as a key measure the police could take to improve confidence in policing. And interestingly, in 2016, the Police and Crime Commissioner for South Wales Police then told Abida Bedwa, If members of a club or society have to disclose, it takes away any hidden agendas. And it would be best to have one common system for local authorities, police forces and health boards. Only then can we ensure everybody is being treated equally. With these words in mind, I am seeking to bring forward a bill that at its heart provides more transparency to the public. The outcome of this bill would be to have a public register of associations for all officers and civilians working in the police. We in this House work cross-party. The issue is a policing one, not a party political one, and I thank my colleagues who have sponsored this bill who come from 3 different parties. Today, I urge this government to introduce legislation to make it mandatory for all police forces in England and Wales to adopt a consistent, standardised approach aligned with the Metropolitan Police Declarable Association policy, so that all our police are legally required to declare memberships, past or present, of any organisation with confidential membership, hierarchical structures and an expectation that members support and protect one another. I want to see all police forces in the UK following the Met's lead. Don't the rest of us who are living outside of London deserve the same level of transparency and impartiality from our police forces? After all, it's not a particularly new idea in this House. In 1997, the Home Affairs Select Committee published its report, Freemasonry in the Police and the Judiciary, and it concluded that we recommend that police officers, magistrates, judges and Crown prosecutors should be required to register membership of any secret society and that the record should be made publicly available. In February 1998, the Home Office accepted this recommendation, stating that all new appointments should have, as a condition of appointment, a requirement to declare membership of the Freemasons. If I was a serving police officer, Madam Deputy Speaker, I would welcome this opportunity to be transparent and show my dedication to the force and to the public. This is what motivates all of us who serve the public. If we are serious about reforming police culture, and I think we should be, then we should leave no stone unturned. This bill serves to act as one of those many stones in need of turning. I must stress that this bill is not seeking to prevent membership to societies. I am acutely aware of the right to association and previous precedent that has been set out for this in the ECHR. For 20 years, I was a school teacher, subject to DBS checks, but not a register of interest, as I am now as an MP. I feel very strongly about the significance and role of culture within organisations, particularly in public services. All organisations have a responsibility to change their culture for the better by being honest, and the word again I'm going to use, transparent, about matters relating to governance and day-to-day operations. Of course, one might argue that if such declarations should be made in the police, then they should be made by members of Parliament. Given that we are lawmakers, to them I say, why not? Being part of societies can be inherently positive, enhancing friendships and fostering new connections. But we have issues to be addressed. It is important that we restore trust in the police. This bill is no magic wand. But to quote from the Home Affairs Committee report from 1998, Freemasonry and Public Life, the solution is a simple one. It requires no bans or prescriptions which generally have no place in democratic society. It merely requires public servants who are members of secret societies or a society with secrets, as Freemasons used to say, to disclose their membership. Now, Madam Deputy Speaker, it is time to move beyond secrecy in all police forces across the UK.
The question is that the honourable member have leave to bring in the bill. As many of their opinion say aye? Aye. Of the contrary, no. The ayes have it, the ayes have it. Who will prepare and bring in the bill?
Louise Haigh, Justin Madders, Paula Barker, Claire Hanna, Chris Blow, David Smith, Ben Lake, Anne Davis, Liz Saville-Roberts, Llinos Medi, Sarah Dyke, and myself, Madam Deputy Speaker.
Tonia and Antoniazzi. Keep it steady now. Keep it steady.
Thank you. Police Declaration Bill.
Second reading what day?
Friday the 17th of April.
Friday the 17th of April. Right, the front benches want to quickly shuffle over.